to the red light district. So I found an appropriate red light, happens to be in my room. But yeah, went to Sonagachi today for the first time since I've arrived in Calcutta. Only took me a week to get there. I spotted a tuk-tuk driver. It's just a young guy, like 20 years old. And I asked him to take me to Sonagachi. He seemed really nervous. So we drove about 2 blocks, took a left, drove about a block, took a right, drove about a half a block, took another quick right. And I knew we were there right away. He drove pretty slow through it, and it was a really narrow street. Women were lining the streets. First there was just 1 or 2 standing together, and then maybe 3 or 4, and then it was pretty much every single door, every entryway. It seemed like to the right and to the left had a woman or 2 standing in it, and it got thicker and thicker as you got into the street. More and more women. Building after building and doorway after doorway. Sometimes there was 2 women in a door, and sometimes there was only 1, and sometimes there was 5 or 6 standing out. And as I would look into their eyes, sometimes I would see shame, sometimes I would see hopelessness. There's a lot of 20-year-old girls. I'm sure some of them were teenagers, some of them were 30. The older women looked very sad, and I would look them in the eyes and I would try and bring hope. I would try and smile, and I tried to remain calm and peaceful. The rickshaw driver drove pretty slow through there because it's a really narrow street, and yeah, it was like some of their eyes wouldn't even look up, and some of their eyes, when they would look at me, it was like they were dead. It was like they were dead inside. It was very sad to see that in some of them. It's like hopelessness had set in, and it felt like as I was there, every single person saw me on that street. I didn't go unnoticed. I was definitely seen. I think my tuk-tuk driver was a little bit uneasy about taking me down. As we drove through near the end of the street on the left side, I noticed a drug den with men sprawled out on cots. Men just sprawled out, drugged out of their minds. And I knew right away it was a drug den, and I thought, how sad people go there, and they get prostitutes and they do drugs and they're on alcohol. I mean, it's worldwide. This happens, and it's just like people are dying, and they need Jesus, they need hope. My tuk-tuk driver, no matter how much I asked him to take me down other streets, he wouldn't. And so after a while I realized that maybe it was just God using him to protect me, and maybe that was enough for today anyway. I saw 1 block anyway, 1 stretch, 1 street of Sonagachi. I have a feeling it's a lot bigger than that though. Yeah. It's good to see it though. My only hope is that I brought a little bit of hope and freedom and light